right now. What's going on? We're gonna leave in 30 minutes. Okay. Yeah? You should eat now. Hey, y'all. Hello, hello, hello. I hope everyone's doing well. Welcome. Hi, ladies. Can you hear me? I hope you can. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, my loves. I hope everyone is doing well. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Anwar White. I am a dating coach for Black and brown women. They call me Coach Anwar or your fairy godbrother. I just wanted to hop in and say a quick hello while I'm eating a very sweet and rich donut. What questions have we had? Yeah? Raven said, what's the topic today? What's the topic that you want to talk about? I'm here to talk about all those things and more. Saturdays are usually my busy day. This is when we take the kids to gymnastics and we take the kids to fencing and ballet and all those other things. So you're catching me just before I'm going to be doing my traveling thing. But let me know, ladies, what questions do you have for me? Grace said, how much is a consultation? Consultation is free $99. So if your application is approved, so we have pretty strict guidelines around that, so that we can get a really clear understanding of do you really want to have professional dating coaching, or do you just want to kiki? If you want to kiki, you can come to these lives. If you want to understand if hey, I want to work with you professionally, that's what the consultations are for. Yeah. I think I'm gonna just start to hop on here a bit more randomly. One of the things that I have made a conscious effort in doing is taking a step back from making as many videos on TikTok. So last year I would make a video every day. And this year it's maybe 1 to 2 times a week. Okay? I got a lot of other things that I have to focus on right now. I'm writing my book. I'm bringing in so many amazing new clients, and I want to make sure that I'm really holding space for them. I have opened up more coaching spaces for my new clients because I have to let you all know something, and it is this. Dating is harder than it's ever been, and it's going to require a new level of healing and energy, and so I have to kind of step into my programs a little bit more and less into these videos and marketing. If you hear any background noise, that's my daughter. She's making lunch for herself before gymnastics. Sorry. Yeah? No need to apologize. Make your lunch, girl. Yeah? So, that is why you are probably not seeing a lot of videos from me. Okay, so let me go and see what questions you're starting to ask, and we'll go from there, okay? Let's see what the questions are. Good morning and hello to everyone. And for anyone that said Grand Rising, please leave this live right now. You are not welcome. Tall Chick said, how are the kids? The kids are thriving. They're doing well. They're growing very fast. And school year is almost over, which is exciting. We have some plans to do some traveling, both internationally as well as in the States. So super excited about that. Cecil said, hi from Ireland. Girl, I hope you have 3 Irishmen right there sitting next to you, honey. Danielle said, can we talk about dating for single moms? Girl, we talk about it every live. What do you want to talk about exactly? Paisley said, I want to date a white man. Do it, girl. You literally can go online right now and go on 3 dates this weekend. There's nothing stopping you. You literally can go onto the apps and say yes to all the white men and say, hi, how's it going? What's going on? And they'll go from there. Miss Uber said, when to have intimacy in a new relationship. I think it's important to consider that after exclusivity. Now, you're a grown woman and you get to do whatever you want in your love life and in your life. But I know that being intimate before then does not serve you at all. It doesn't help you get to your love goals, and it actually makes things harder, not easier. Rapid Fire Louise said, let's talk about men wasting your time. Well, I think that dating is not a waste of time. It's a waste of time if you don't learn anything from your experiences. The better question that I think is, how are you ultimately evaluating these individuals to even engage with them? Because if the evaluation process that you're having is flawed, then yes, it probably is a waste of time. Now, if I'm asking you this and you don't have a very clear-cut strategy in terms of how you're interacting and choosing these men, we can't get upset about the men, right? Here's the thing. It used to be 80%. That's why I was saying I'm leaning into my clients right now. But based on how things are going and the nature of society and culture and kind of how the values are being separated between men and women right now, it's probably looking closer to like 90% of the men out there are not relationship ready. So it's actually going to require you to have more of a strategy while you are dating so that you don't get caught up in those 90% of guys and then hate dating and hate, men, because there are some really great guys out there. But our job is to find them. Our job is not to engage with the 90% of them that are not it. If you don't have a strategy, and most women don't, then I can see how that would be a problem and how dating would be horrible. If you don't have a strategy, in the chat, give me a hashtag no strategy. Because that's your first step, right? To get a strategy. And then the second step is to actually heal, right? What I know for sure is that when individuals start dating and they're not healed, just like parenting, dating will bring up all of your stuff. And that's why you have so many people that are like starting and stopping and dating, because ultimately they get triggered and then they want to step away because they don't know how to deal and work through those triggers. But what happens is they start again and then they get triggered in the same way again because they've never actually worked through the trigger. Yeah. I want all of you to use dating to work through all of the traumas and the triggers that you have so that when you do find your man, and that's what I do as a dating coach, you're ready. You're ready for the best relationship of your life. Now, most of my clients get their guys between months 6 and 9, just because it used to be months 3 through 6, but it just takes twice as long to get your person now. That's just the nature of the dating game right now. The apps are not apping and all of the other things that I've already described. And so it requires, and here's the thing, you can heal on your own or you can work with somebody to help you heal throughout the process. That's why I think a lot of women come to me to help them on their journey. Let's see the questions. Ultimately, what is the number one determining factor to keeping a man interested for longevity? Wrong question. And I say that with love. There's no you can't keep anybody. That's not your job. Yeah? The nature of that question lets me know that you're focused on that you have to do something to be in a relationship. That's kind of the masculine, energetic way of thinking about it. Instead, I want you to understand that all you have to do is be. oh my God, if I put my hair in a certain way, if I lose that weight, if I da 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 da, if I say this way, do that this way. That's not it, girl. And the sooner that you understand that you just have to be, and sometimes your being right now is not a full being, that really truly the essence of who you are. And most of us actually have to do a bit of excavation, a bit of exploration to understand who that really is, because no shade, many of us don't know who we are right now. Many of us are still living in the same person that we were 10 years ago. And that might not be your true T. Okay? Shay said, he has great qualities, but his hygiene is off. Do I tell him or break it up? Yeah, you let him know. I'm really enjoying getting to know you, and I would love to continue to get to know you, but there is something that is, not making me feel as connected to you. If he is your guy, he's going to actually respect you more for speaking like this truth, because I'm pretty sure that most of the people around him are not speaking this truth. And he will feel inspired to do this. And really our job when we're in a relationship is to inspire, especially if you are someone who is dating men or dating the masculine energy. Papi said, how did you know he was the one? Well, one of the things that I do in my program, which aligns with my own personal journey, is that you have to be very clear on what your relationship needs are, not your wants. Everybody wants a light-skinned boy that has a graduate degree, 6 figures, 6 feet taller, right? All of those other things. That's a want. It's not a need, right? So be getting really clear on what your deeper needs are that are going to fulfill you for the long term is of the utmost importance. Now, I will tell you one thing that I go through with my clients quite a bit, which is a lot of this is actually getting and understanding the things that you did not receive from your parents. Those are your deeper wants, needs, and once you actually achieve those, you will start to feel more at home in these sorts of relationships. Okay? So, I hope that's helpful for you as you start to navigate all of this. I miss that y'all are laughing about something. Okay. Someone said dating in Dubai. Girl, go to the malls. They'll just go and pick you up right then and there. Destiny said, Anwar, I want a man. I've dated so many men, but nothing. You probably dated a lot of boys. Yeah. Unconventional black woman said, don't tell them you have kids if you're a single mother. No, you want to let them know. And you want that to be a filter for the guys that are serious versus not serious. Now, some guys will try to pounce at you because they think that you're uber desperate, but that's a boundary thing. If your boundaries are not where they need to be, that's something that you get to work on, right? Someone asked, how soon do we teach our young ladies about the aspects of dating? I think you start talking about it in ages 11, 12, 13. Yeah? One of the hardest things that I think black women have to face is the fact that they don't get to date when they're younger, and they don't really start truly dating until they're in college. And that is a disservice for many of them because they're starting at 0 in college. A lot of these white girls were dating at 5th grade. So they got 10, 15 years on you already almost. And then what happens based on your experience is that then your 30s become your 20s, a white girl 20s, and your 40s become your white girl 30s. So many of you all who haven't necessarily really had the experience don't really start getting comfortable and have that level of detachment that is so necessary in dating truly until we're in our 40s. Most black women will get their person between the ages of 35 and 45. Yeah. And I'm not saying that to burst a bubble. I'm based on the demographics and the marketplace and the fact that so many of you all are focused on a black man. Most black men are not going to be ready for a relationship until the age of 35 because men actualize through their career, and because many black men aren't as educated, it's taking them longer to get to a certain income level to feel ready, to provide for a family. So that affects the way that many black women are having to date and be in be in relationships. So I say all of that to say, if you are someone who wants a child and you are a black woman and you are 30, and I might get a lot of ish for this, you may need to freeze your eggs. You may need to freeze them. I know a good number of my clients do. So, something to think about and consider. Especially if you have a certain type and you can't let go of that type. Someone said, do you work in Queens? Well, I am a queen, so I guess I'm always working in queendom, honey. But no. Dulcie, thank you so much for the rose. I think I'm gonna have to move because this iPad is running out of juice, honey. Juice.
You need battery.
I don't know if this is going to charge. Give me a second, ladies. Oh, wait. It was all already here. It just fell. I would hate to lose battery while chatting with you all. Okay, I'm back. Maria said, can I have your opinion on situationships? What do you mean, my opinion? They're not good. Only you believe that it's a situationship. If you are in a situationship, the guy is not thinking about it as a situationship. He's thinking about it as, I'm just kicking it with you. And he's getting whatever he can out of you without any sort of emotional responsibility. Being in a situationship is one of the most disrespectful things that a man can do. And if you're in one, please understand that that man is disrespecting you. He doesn't like you. He doesn't love you. He's using you in the cruelest form and fashion. So get out of it, if you can. Tamara said, dark-skinned women are angry. I don't think that they're angry. I think that they've been wildly disrespected in their lived experience and probably have quite a bit of trauma that you, a lighter-skinned woman, probably has not gone through. So they're not angry. They're probably defensive because there's been a lot of aggression that's been like focused toward them. Lisa, should you tell them your needs? Not early on in the courtship, girl. Never that. Green Tea said, how can I tell if a man is just in touch with his feminine side versus bi or gay? I think I'm going to do a video about that next week because Here's the gag that a lot of people are not talking about. There are more bi, gay, LGBT men out there than there's ever been in the world. And because there's more of them in the world, there's more of them to see and more of them to explore with. So you have a lot of stray guys, I'll call them. They're actually not gay. They're not bi. They just need their cup filled. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. So I'm gonna do a video about that next week because it's actually very important, and no shade, probably 10-20% of you are with somebody who gets it in and who is not out. Someone asked, what if he says you look innocent? Girl, he thinks you're a lamb and he's a wolf. And he wants to completely take you over. Yeah? User said, make a video about how gingers are interested in black women. I've literally made at least 4 or 5 of those. So search white men, black women, and more white, and you'll find everything that I've had to say about gingers. Okay? Michelle said, Fairy Godbrother, you're on live. I have to find out about your live schedule. I'm usually live Tuesday and Sunday nights, but I just came on here because something weird was happening with my Wi-Fi on Tuesday, so I actually wasn't able to go live on Tuesday. So I was like, let me just come on here for a little bit. Yeah. Someone said it's expensive to freeze your eggs. Any resources on this? No, girl. You're gonna have to go to Google on that one. I wish I had a stitch. I would consider it. Yeah, as y'all are thinking about if this is a priority for you, you want to save for that down payment of that house, and you want to save to put that down payment on those babies, girl. No shade. That's what I had to do. Again, I'm not y'all, but this was something that was a priority for me, and so I had to do what was, I had to act accordingly, and you're gonna have to plan for it. For many of us out there. It isn't easy, it's not simple, and it can be quite expensive. One more ingredient said, hi, I've just joined. Can I say I love your account? Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Gingerella said, please freeze your eggs. I didn't, and now it's not an option. Save up and plan. 100%. Holly said, freeze embryos, not eggs, if you're older. Totally agree with that. Totally agree. Michelle said, I have a friends with benefits. Do I cut off my friends with benefits as I try to date? Everyone is built differently. I guess the question is, if he does something that if anything he says or does is going to highly affect how you feel about yourself, then you're probably have too many feelings in the game and you need to cut him off. If you don't care what he does, what he says outside of the 30 minutes to an hour that y'all are hanging out, no shade, then by all means, girl, eat. Auntie said, when did you realize your partner was right for you? I realized it when like I was saying before, he was fulfilling some of my deeper relationship needs. So one of the things in my lived experience was that my father had abandoned me when I was in fourth grade. And so what that looked like was I had some abandonment issues, and I was someone who needed reassurance for certain times where I felt like people were away from me. And so he was able to provide that reassurance with patience and more. Yeah, so that's just one example of understanding your, your deeper needs. Tactic Albra said, check your fertility status yearly. I just did and was told no need to rush to freeze by my gyno. If your gyno is not a black woman, then she might not understand. Just FYI. Let me see what y'all are talking about up in here. Charisse said, hi, Anwar. How can a woman know when a man from another race is genuinely interested? If he's talking to you for more than 2 or 3 minutes. Because if you look at your everyday life outside of work, you're probably not talking to a lot of non-black men for more than 2 minutes at a time. Many of y'all were like, oh my God, that's just like a nice man that's just asking me about my day. No, girl, he wanted you. And these men don't think that you want them because 90% of you are with black men. And they think all you want is that melanin king, honey. And he's not wrong. The numbers back that up. So give eye contact, give smile, look at their feet. If their feet are pointing towards you, it means that they're interested in you, and have fun. Yeah. A lot of us think that, oh my God, because these little boys in elementary school and junior high and high school, these like white boys were not checking for me, that you think that these grown men are not checking for you. Girl, it couldn't be further from the truth. I would say at least a third of them are very much checking for you. Okay? Tall chicks said they need to just be straightforward. No, they don't. They get to be whoever they want to be. They don't have to do anything. You think that they do because you are used to black and brown men being very assertive and aggressive when it comes to you. So that's your benchmark for how a lot of men should be. But they don't need to necessarily do that. They get to be chill with it. And I actually think it's a more respectful way of courtship, because it really does give you the power to set the pace of what is comfortable for you. Which is true queen stuff. Yeah? So, something to think about, something to consider. But yeah, our job is not to tell or to think that people should be doing anything differently than what they're thinking or doing. People get to do whatever they want. Our job is just to figure out, does it work for me? Do I feel good? If it doesn't, we step away. We don't try to change people. Samantha said, do you recommend a woman date a bi man? I wouldn't do it. As a gay man or as a straight woman. But that's just me. Jess said, a man uses work as a reason for not wanting to make me his girlfriend. I think it's an excuse. Again, that's his truth. We can't figure out, we just have to own the what. And the what is, he's not ready. So you need to keep it moving. Green tea goodie said cup filled. Yeah, please do a video. Mommy is Tasty said, isn't that called being on the down low? No, because I actually think that guys on the down low, many of them are actually gay, but because of cultural, well, I think some of them are. It really depends on how they think or consider like themselves. Some of them do it to get off. Other people do it because they really yearn to want that, but they can't have that based on their lives and culture and society. Let me see what time it is. All right, I got up another 10 minutes and then I gotta go. Daydreamer said, what does it mean when a guy texts you, hey, I'm around this weekend if you're free? No, you ask them, are you asking me out or what is this? What is this, right? Or you can just say, I am free this weekend, and then give him space to ask you out. Poison Ivy said, what does it mean to have funny best friend energy when dating? The live ended the other night. Funny best friend energy is like, you know, in Baps, there's Halle Berry and then there's the other girl. And the other girl is the funny best friend. And the story is not really about her. It's partly about her, but she is there to be supportive to other people and not to be the main character. Many of us we relegate ourselves to that role, to supporting actress, to funny best friend. That funny best friend can never be romantic because there's no emotional depth to her. So when we talk about funny best friend energy, that's fine. You're probably going to have a lot of guy friends, but you're going to have them because you're funny and you're entertaining. But they most often will not put you into any sort of romantic category because there are no feelings there. Hopefully that helps to clarify. I think I need to go now. All right, ladies. I'm going to go. I hope that this was helpful for you as you navigate your dating lives. If you want to work with me, definitely book a consultation call with me. The link is in my bio, or take a listen to my podcast. I'll definitely be on tomorrow night. I might be on tonight too if I have the time and or energy. Alrighty? All right, have a good one. Bye-bye.